A powerful technique for becoming more peaceful is to be aware of how quickly your negative and insecure thinking can spiral out of control. Have you ever noticed how often you feel when you are caught up in your thinking, and to top it off, the more observant you get in the details of whatever is upsetting you, the worse of feeling. One thought leads to another and at another until at some point you becoming incredibly agitated. For example, you might wake up in the middle of the night and remind a phone call that needs to be made the following day, when rather than feeling relevant that you remindable such an important goal, you start thinking about everything else you have to do tomorrow. You start rehearsal a problems conversation with your boss, getting yourself even more upset. Pretty soon you think to yourself, I can't believe how busy I am. I must make 50 phone calls a day, 50 phone calls a day. Whose life is this anyway? And on it goes until you're feeling sorry for yourself. For many people, there's no limit to how long this type of thought attack can go on. In fact, I have been told by clients that many of their day and nights are spent in this type of mental rehearsal. Needless to say, it's impossible to feel peaceful with your head full of counselor and neurologists. The solution is to notice what's happening in your head before your thoughts have a chance to build any momentum. The sooner you catch yourself in the art of building your mental snowball, the easier it is to stop. In an example here, you might notice your snowball thinking right when you start running through the last of what you have to do the next day. Then, instead of oscillating on your upcoming day, you say to yourself, wow, there I go again. And consequences, if it in the wood, you stop your train of thought, become it was a change to get going. You can then focus not on how overwhelmed you are, but on how grateful you are for reminding the phone call that needed to be made. If it the middle of the night, write it down on a pencil of paper and go back to sleep. You might ever consider keeping a pen and paper by the bed for such moments. You may need it be a very busy person, but reminder that filling your head with thoughts of how overwhelmed you are only exacerbate the problem by making your feeling even more stressed than you already do. Try think simple little exercise that next time you bring into observe on your schedule. You will be amazed at how effective it can be.